Been on the race for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the right flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Rosen. A dump off to Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Rosen to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And on the ground they go with a running back. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 92 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
To throw is Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
After the interception, it's Locke. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between...
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. He's going to look deep now for into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The give is to Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. They'll come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down. They go play action here on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Luck now to throw. Flushed out right. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Right. Check out. 180. 675. Going. 622.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are in for 6. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Gone!
On second down, Rosen. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out comes Houston. And they'll go on the ground. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Luck now on second down. And this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd and short.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
11. Go ahead. 12.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Lucky 56. Gone!
On 3rd down, Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Gold is able to put it through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
41 for Mike. Check.
Gun.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun. Detroit.
And the blitz does come. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Get down, get down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
808. Hey, Raider 2. We're good.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Raider 9. Come do. You got 56 there.
First throw now for the backup car. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find Harris, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
6:37. Go Chiefs. Let 5-man box.
Now Carr. Flush to his right. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
White. 93.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
We're good. We're due. 7:34. Raider 2.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are in for 6.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays. Run after.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Past the 20. Touchdown, Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Lockett the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
180. 637. 734. 93.
Carr now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Carr now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10.
734. 12 jumbo.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
618. Later 2.
Here's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Harris, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
637. 29. 29.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
93. 93. 618. Hey, Purdue. 694. 29. Your mic.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
734.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They'll look to throw here. And an alley to run. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now Elliott. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. but a nice carry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Leopard! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They go down Leon again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Now, you waiting? You waiting? What's up?
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Get down. 180. What's up?
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for